Every person is born with a unique spark, a fire that burns brightly within. This fire shows itself in the purest forms of joy, when we dance without fear, when we sing without embarrassment, when we create without boundaries. As children, this fire burns the brightest, guiding our imagination, our dreams, and our desires. It makes us feel alive, fearless, and unstoppable. But over time, as we grow older, that fire begins to dim. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a gradual process, sneaking up on us bit by bit. It starts with small words, small judgments. You can't do that. That's not practical. Why don't you follow the rules? And slowly, our fire becomes less noticeable, hidden under layers of doubt, fear, and society's expectations. We're told to conform, to fit in, to follow a path that someone else has already walked before us. Society has its own script for our lives, a script we never agreed to but have been taught to follow. Yet, this is not our truth. This is not who we are meant to be. Society may try to smother your fire, but deep down, you still feel it flickering. You feel that call to break free from the chains of conformity. It's time to remember that spark. As you grow older, the weight of society's expectations becomes harder to ignore. You begin to notice the pressure to conform, to follow a path that others have laid out for you. This is the right way, they say. This is the successful way. But here's the truth. Success isn't one size fits all. It's a personal journey, and it should be defined by you, not by others. The world tells you what to wear, what career to pursue, when to settle down, and how to behave. There's always someone ready to give you advice on how your life should look. But do you know who isn't listening to all these voices? Your inner fire. The one thing that sets you apart from everyone else. The one thing that gives you the power to create a life that truly reflects your soul's purpose. But society pushes us to silence that voice. It tells us to be practical, to be realistic, to play it safe. But what happens when you suppress your passions for the sake of fitting in? You lose sight of who you are. You become a shadow of your true self, simply going through the motions, never truly living. It's time to stop living by someone else's script. The path you are meant to walk is yours and yours alone. It's time to break free from the mold. The fear of judgment, failure, and being too different keeps many people from living authentically. Society teaches us to fit in, to conform to its expectations, and to downplay our individuality. We've all been conditioned to believe that standing out is risky. To go against the grain is often perceived as foolish, rebellious, or even reckless. But here's a deeper truth. The biggest mistake you can make in life is living for someone else's approval. People will judge you no matter what. They'll criticize your choices, your dreams, and your ambitions, simply because they don't understand your vision. They may tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, that your ideas are impractical, or that your passions are a waste of time. But the truth is, their opinions don't define you. When you choose to live for others' approval, you lose touch with who you truly are. You suppress your fire, and eventually, it begins to fade. You are not here to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to be satisfied with someone else's version of success. You are here to blaze your own trail, to live a life that reflects your values, passions, and dreams. The pressure to settle can be overwhelming. People will often tell you that you should aim for stability, that chasing dreams is unrealistic or risky. They'll try to convince you that striving for something greater than what society deems acceptable is a mistake. But who gets to define what's realistic? Who gets to say what's worth pursuing? The truth is, people who settle for less want everyone else to do the same. They want to put out your fire because they've let their own flames burn out. They've given up on their dreams, buried their passions, and now they want you to follow suit. But you don't have to listen to them. Your fire is yours alone. It is the force that drives you, that pushes you to go after what you truly want in life. And it's time to stop dimming it for the sake of fitting in. Choosing yourself can be one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It means going against the grain, walking away from what others expect of you, and standing firm in your beliefs. It means not waiting for permission to follow your dreams and not seeking approval from those who don't truly understand you. But choosing yourself is also one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It is a declaration that you are no longer willing to live in the shadow of others' expectations. It is a commitment to honor your truth, your passions, and your soul's purpose, even when the world tries to hold you back. And let me tell you, nothing is more painful than living a life that isn't yours. Nothing is more disheartening than watching your dreams fade away because you were too afraid to pursue them. You were born with a fire inside you. It's time to reignite it. When you begin to trust yourself, everything changes. The moment you choose to believe in your own fire, to trust in your instincts and passions, you start to unlock a whole new level of possibility in your life. No one else can see your vision the way you do. No one else can feel your hunger the way you do. Your dreams are uniquely yours, and they are meant to be lived. So, stop waiting for others to understand or approve of your path. Every great achievement in history started with someone who believed in their vision, even when others didn't. The pioneers, the creators, the leaders, they all had to fight through doubt, fear, and skepticism. But they chose to keep moving forward, even when the world didn't believe in them. You can do the same. Being misunderstood is one of the biggest fears we face when we step into our true power. The fear of rejection, the fear of being ridiculed, and the fear of being judged are real and valid. But here's something you need to hear. Being misunderstood is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're doing something right. If you were just like everyone else, no one would take notice. If you were just another face in the crowd, you wouldn't have anything of value to offer. But because you're different, because you're authentic, you'll always have those who question, judge, and criticize you. Let them. When you live authentically, you become a magnet for others who are also living their truth. The people who truly understand you, the ones who see your fire, will never ask you to dim it. They'll help you make it burn brighter. The journey to self-fulfillment is not easy. It's messy, uncertain, and often lonely. But the most important thing to remember is that it is worth it. Every time you make a decision to follow your passion, to stay true to your purpose, you reclaim a piece of your fire. Yes, you will face challenges. Yes, there will be setbacks. Yes, there will be moments of doubt and fear. But none of those obstacles should stop you from pursuing your dreams. They should only fuel your fire, make you burn brighter and stronger. Don't let age, failure, or fear stop you. Every person you admire, every person who has achieved greatness, faced these same struggles. But they chose to keep going. They chose to trust themselves, to follow their fire, and to live with purpose. You can do the same. If you've lost sight of your passions along the way, it's okay. Life has a way of distracting us, of making us forget what makes us feel alive. But the beauty of life is that it always gives us a chance to return to what we love. What did you love before the world told you who to be? What made you feel free, alive, and powerful? Go back to that. Reconnect with the part of you that knows exactly who you are and what you're meant to do. That fire inside you is still there, waiting for you to remember. The world will always try to fit you into a box. It will always want to label you, to define you by your role in society, to tell you how your life should unfold. But you don't have to accept any of it. You have the power to create your own path. There is no one right way to live. There is no single definition of success. The only wrong choice is to silence your truth. The only mistake you can make is to let fear or society's expectations keep you from living authentically. You have the ability to design your own life, to make your own rules, to write your own story. Don't let anyone else dictate your happiness. Don't let anyone else define your worth. The only person who gets to decide what success looks like is you. The moment you choose to live boldly, unapologetically, you will start to feel the shift. You will realize that no one can take your power unless you give it to them. The world may question you, doubt you, or misunderstand you, but you have to remain firm in your beliefs. The truth is, the world doesn't need more copies of what's already been done. It needs more people who are willing to stand out, to live authentically, and to pursue their purpose with passion. When you step into your power, you give others permission to do the same. You lead by example, showing others that they too can break free from the constraints of societal expectations. It's a ripple effect. Your courage becomes their courage. Your authenticity becomes their inspiration. Don't let the fear of judgment or rejection keep you from being yourself. Embrace who you are, flaws and all, because that's where your true strength lies. Your uniqueness is your gift to the world. In the journey to self-fulfillment, setting boundaries is key. It's not enough to just know your worth. You must protect it. Boundaries are not just about saying no to others. They are about saying yes to yourself. They are about creating space for your dreams, your passions, and your fire. When you allow others to dictate your time, your energy, or your worth, you are letting them control your life. But when you set boundaries, you take back control. You teach people how to treat you. And more importantly, you teach yourself how to honor your own needs. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and they are essential to living authentically. Remember, saying no to others is often saying yes to your own well-being. It's saying yes to your fire. So set your boundaries and protect your peace. One of the biggest fears people have is the fear of being seen for who they truly are. It's easy to hide behind a mask, to play a role that society has assigned to you. But living this way only leads to feelings of emptiness and regret. The courage to be seen is the courage to show up as your authentic self. It's the courage to share your ideas, your passions, and your truths with the world, even when you're afraid of being judged or rejected. The world may not always accept you, but that's not your concern. What matters is that you accept yourself. When you allow yourself to be seen, you give others the space to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a beacon of light for those who are still hiding in the shadows. You show them that it's okay to be themselves, that they too can live without fear. Perfection is an illusion, a myth that keeps people stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. The truth is, nobody is perfect and nobody has it all figured out. Every person you admire has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and struggled with their own insecurities. But what makes them stand out is their ability to keep going despite their imperfections. They embrace their flaws and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. They understand that their imperfections are part of their uniqueness, part of their story. You don't need to be perfect to pursue your dreams. You don't need to have everything figured out to start. What matters is that you start. What matters is that you keep going, even when things get tough. Imperfection is not a weakness, it's a strength. Fear is a powerful force. It can paralyze you, hold you back, and keep you from reaching your true potential. But what if you could shift your perspective on fear? What if instead of seeing it as something to avoid, you saw it as something to embrace? Every time you face your fears, you grow stronger. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you expand your possibilities. Fear is not the enemy. It's the gateway to growth, to change, and to living your most authentic life. Don't let fear control you. Let it guide you. Let it remind you that you are on the right path. Every step you take, even if it's small, brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. You are the author of your life, and it's time to rewrite your story. For far too long, you've been living according to someone else's narrative, following a script that was never meant for you. But now you have the power to change that. You have the power to take control of your destiny and craft a story that is uniquely yours. The chapters you've written up until now may have been influenced by the expectations and pressures of society, but that doesn't mean the rest of your story has to be. You can write a new chapter, a chapter filled with bold choices, with passion, and with a deep connection to your true self. Your story is not defined by where you've been, it's defined by where you're going. So take the pen and start writing the next chapter. This is your story, and it's time to make it one you are proud of. The world has its limits. It tells you what is possible, what you can achieve, and how far you can go. But what if those limits aren't real? What if they're just constructs created by society to keep you in check, to keep you from realizing your full potential? The only true limits are the ones you place on yourself, the boundaries you impose based on your fears, doubts, and insecurities. But these are just illusions. When you remove the limits, when you allow yourself to dream beyond what you thought was possible, you unlock a world of infinite possibilities. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. Don't let their limitations become yours. Your potential is limitless, and it's time to break free from the chains that hold you back. The journey to self-fulfillment is not linear. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. There will be times when you feel lost, uncertain, or even defeated. But those moments are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're signs that you're growing, learning, and evolving. Trust the process. Trust that everything you experience, every challenge you face, is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. The road may be rocky, but it will lead you to where you're supposed to be. Don't be afraid to take the path less traveled. It's the one that will lead you to your most authentic self. Self-discovery is a lifelong journey, and the beauty of it is that it's never finished. Every day, you learn something new about yourself, something that adds depth to who you are. Every experience, every relationship, every triumph, and every failure reveals something more about the unique person you are becoming. The gift of self-discovery is the ability to see yourself clearly, to understand your needs, your desires, and your true purpose. It's about embracing who you are without judgment or fear. The more you uncover, the more you realize that you are a work of art in progress, ever evolving and ever beautiful. You have power, the kind of power that can change the course of your life. But you must own it. You must claim it for yourself without apologies or hesitation. This power isn't about control over others. It's about control over your own life, your own choices, and your own destiny. When you own your power, you stop letting the opinions of others dictate your path. You stop waiting for permission to live your truth. You become the master of your own fate, and you start making decisions based on what you want, not what others expect. Your power is your birthright, and it's time to step into it fully. Change is inevitable. It's the one constant in life, and yet, it's the thing that many people fear the most. But here's the thing, change is necessary for growth. Without change, we remain stagnant. We stay trapped in the past, unable to evolve into the people we're meant to be. Embrace change. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the discomfort that comes with stepping outside of your comfort zone, because in that discomfort is where the magic happens. In that discomfort, you find your true potential. Don't resist change. Welcome it, for it is the catalyst for your transformation. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in today's world. We are taught to hide our emotions, our fears, and our imperfections. But the truth is, vulnerability is where strength is born. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open yourself up to true connection, to deeper relationships, and to greater authenticity. You show the world that you are human, that you are real. And in doing so, you give others permission to be the same. Embrace your vulnerability. It is not a weakness. It is the foundation of your true strength. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to limitless possibilities. In a world that is constantly demanding more from us, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We get caught up in the chase for success, validation, and approval. But none of that matters if you don't have peace within yourself. True peace comes from within. It comes from accepting who you are, embracing your imperfections, and letting go of the need to please others. When you find peace within yourself, you no longer rely on external factors to define your worth. You become your own source of strength, love, and fulfillment. Take the time to nurture your inner peace. It is the foundation for everything else in your life. Living with purpose means aligning your actions with your deepest values and passions. It means waking up every day with a sense of direction, knowing that you are living for something greater than yourself. When you live with purpose, you are not just going through the motions. You are creating a life that reflects your true self, your true desires, and your true potential. You are living authentically, unapologetically, and courageously. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when the road is tough. It fuels your fire and keeps you moving forward, no matter what. You were not born to live by society's rules. You were not born to shrink, to settle, or to fit into a box. You were born to live authentically, to embrace your fire, and to let it burn brightly for the world to see. The world needs your light. It needs your authenticity, your courage, and your passion. So don't dim it. Let it roar. Let it shine. And no matter what happens, keep your fire alive. You only get one life, and you deserve to live it fully as the truest version of yourself. If you found inspiration in this message, like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content that will ignite your inner fire and help you live your most authentic life. You're not here to play small, you're here to shine.